Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the channel where we describe how AI is changing the world and how we can stay ahead of it. In today's video, I am going to show you something super powerful, how you can turn any image with text into a fully editable document using n8n for free, no paid tools or anything. Like here you can see the image and you want to edit the text on this image without Photoshop or anything. And here you can see the editable format of the image. You can just simply double click on any text and you can change it to anything you want. Any text, like here you can see I can double click on this and this one as well. We are going to automate this entire process using n8n. So without wasting any time, let's get started. I'll simply click on this add icon here and select workflow to create a new workflow here. First, we have to add the form node. This is where a user can upload any image. It could be a document, a receipt, or anything that has a text in it. I'll simply click on this add icon here and search for n8n form. And here you can see n8n form. I'll simply select this one from here. On new n8n form event. Now we have to configure this. First, we have to add the form title like upload your image here. After that, we have to add the form element. For that, I'll simply click on this add form element button here and select the element type to file. And now we have to name this field like image upload. I'll simply press Ctrl plus S to save this, and now let's execute this step and see if it works or not. I'll simply press this button execute step here, and here it's asking for the upload file. I'll simply choose the file here. I'll select this one and click on submit here. Here you can see form submitted successfully and you can see the file in n8n, and that's exactly what we want. Now we have to convert this image into the base64 format so that we can send the image to the OCR and OCR will get the text from the image. For that, I'll go back to canvas from here and click on this add icon here and search for code node. And here in this code node, I'll add this simple code. You can ask the chat GPT to write this code. This code just simply convert the image into the base64 format, or I'll provide this code in the description as well. I'll simply click on this execute step button here and let's see what it provides us. So here you can see it provides us the image base64, and that's exactly what we want. Now let's move to the next step. For that, I'll go back to canvas from here. Now we have to get the text from the image. For that, I'll use the OCR.space because it's free. And to call the OCR API, we have to add the HTTP node. For that, I'll simply click on this add icon here and search for HTTP node. And here you can see the HTTP request. I'll simply click on this. And now let's configure this. First, change the method to post from get. And after that, paste this URL in the URL section. Don't worry, I'll provide you this URL in the description. And after that, you need the API from the OCR. For that, you have to go to OCR.space, and in the header you can see the option for free OCR API. You simply have to click on it, and here in the sidebar you see the option for get your free API key. You simply have to click on this, and it's asking for the email, first name, last name, and purpose. And after that, when you click on the subscribe, it will provide you the API key on your Gmail. After getting your API key, you have to go back to the n8n. Here activate the send header option, and in the name add API key, and in the value paste the API key you received on your email. After that, we have to add one more parameter. I'll simply click on this add parameter button here, and in the name I'll add the content type, and in the value add application slash x dash www dash form dash URL encoded. After that, activate send body option here, and in the name add base 64 image. And in the value, click and hold on this image base 64 and drop it in the value section here. After that, add one more parameter, language, and in the value add eng English. And we have to add one more parameter, is overlay required, and in the value add true. Now press Ctrl+S to save this. We have to configure one more thing here. For that, click on this add option here and select response, and in the response format add the JSON. That's all we have to configure from here. Now let's execute this and see if it works or not. I'll simply click on this execute step button here and wait for the execution. Here you can see it shows the error and it's not working. To fix this error, we have to add data colon image slash jpeg semicolon base 64 and comma. Now let's execute this and see if it provides us the error or if it works. I'll wait for the execution, and here you can see now it provides us the output with all the text and their margins, and that's exactly what we want. But here is one problem with OCR data. It's messy. Not something you do want to use directly. So in the next step, we'll clean this using AI. Now let's clean this. For that, I'll go back to Canvas from here and add the AI agent node. For that, I'll simply click on this add icon here and search for AI agent. And here you can see the AI agent node. I'll simply click on this. And here first we have to configure the chat model. For that, I'll simply click on this add icon button here and search for the Gemini. I'm using the Gemini as a chat model because it's free. I'll select this one. Here you can see my account is already connected. If your account is not connected, you have to click on create new credentials here. And here you can see it's asking for the API key. For the API key, you have to go to aistudio.google.com, and here in the sidebar you see the option for API key. You simply have to click on this, and here in this API key section you see the option for create API key. Simply click on this and name your API, for example n8n, and after that you have to choose or create a new project here. And when you click on create key, it will provide you the key. You simply have to paste this key here, and when you click on the save, it will connect your account. My account is already connected, so I'll simply close this from here. And now let's back to the AI agent node. Now let's configure this. First change the source for prompt to define below, and in the prompt click and hold on this pass result and drop it in the prompt section here. Now we have to add the system prompt. In the system prompt, I'll simply ask it convert this OCR JSON into a structured format with the text, position and font size for each word, and AI does all the heavy lifting for us. So for that, I'll simply click on this add option here and add the system message and paste this prompt here. Now I'll simply press Ctrl+S to save this, and let's execute this and see if it works or not. I'll simply click on this execute step button here and wait for the execution. Here you can see it provides us the clean JSON output. But we have to clean this JSON further to remove any extra markdowns, formatting or JSON errors. So we'll always get a nice clean array of the text position. For that, I'll show you in the next step. To clean this text further, we'll use a tiny code. For that, I'll go back to Canvas from here and click on this add icon and search for the code node. And here I'll select this one, and in the JavaScript I'll paste this code from here. Don't worry, I'll provide you this code in the description so you don't have to write it manually. After that, I'll click on this execute step button and see if it works or not. Here you can see it provides us the more clean output. And that's exactly what we want. Now let's move to the last step of our video to get the editable image. For that, I'll simply go back to canvas from here. I'll add one last code node. For that, I'll simply click on this add icon here and search for the code. And here in this code node, I'll add this code, copy from here. Don't worry, I'll provide you this code in the description as well. I'll simply paste this here. And now let's execute this step and see if it works or not. Here you can see it provides us the output. I'll simply click on this download to download this. And I'll simply open this one. And here is the result. You can click on anywhere and change the text. For example, AI Guru. And after changing the text, press Ctrl plus P to print this. And here you will save this as a PDF. When you click on save, it will save as a PDF. I'll simply close this. And this workflow is 100% free to use. Just imagine the possibilities. You can fix the typos on scanned forms, update text on invoices, or even create an editable digital copy of an old documents automatically. No Photoshop, no manual typing. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.